We are still, one of the requests yesterday is for us to get a consolidation of all those who have passed, and may their souls rest in peace. Our focus yesterday, we wanted to know how many women who died in the because of this. But then we said to the team they must try to consolidate from association. Obviously, we're going to rely, sorry, we are going to rely on associations to also give us the names. We are also investigating whether cases are being opened as and when people are killed, because it's a serious concern. Just from January to date, which I can confirm, to yesterday, 59 people died because of taxi violence, 17 attempted murders, and many other things that are happening within. 59 is a lot, and no one is talking about it. Why? Are the cases opened? And that's the discussions we're having with law enforcement. Obviously, we need the taxi industry itself to help us with information so that law enforcement also can be able to act accordingly. But we have elevated the issues now, and we're hopeful that national structures within the security cluster will give us the necessary support we need to deal with this issue once and for all. One of the mothers said when Winnie Mandela was alive, she called the two associations, tried to mediate, but they still refused. And I think we owe it to Mama Winnie Mandela to resolve it for what it is, and to give people of Soweto peace. Remember, we are not going to close the ranks only here in Water in Nandue. We are closing for everywhere where there's conflict. So far on our table, it's the 3 conflicts in the West Rand, as well as in Ekurhuleni and Johannesburg. Tshwane has been calm for a long time. We just this week have picked up that there's about 3 to 4 taxi-related matters, according to the information we are getting, and we'll have to look into it. And I think women from Tshwane yesterday, they were saying, MEC, don't look away from us. We also seem to be starting to have a challenge in our area, and we need to deal with that. So tomorrow we're meeting the leadership of RSs and PECs of regions. We also have, I mean, look, it has been an old issue. It's an old age issue, quite difficult, I guess. When it started, I was still in primary school. And there has been decisions made almost similar, but there's no change. I know they are going to come to say, please don't close. We want to come to the table, and this is what they've been doing in the past 2 years. They are willing to come to the table. Immediately you say, I'm intending to. And then there's come for about 6-8 months. Then post that 8 months, they start killing each other. And that's why we say we will not be persuaded by that. Something must really give. And amongst others is the withdrawal of individual operating licenses where there's conflict, so that we start it afresh. Remember, we're still doing consultation. So we will, obviously, immediately after consultations, we will come back to communicate to the people. Remember, part of what we must communicate is what is the plan moving forward, especially for those who are reliant on the taxi industry to move them from one point to another. It's a whole lot of people, and there's a condition already. Tomorrow we are going to be engaging with them. And that condition is, let's overhaul, let's collapse the two and start afresh and have one association. And they go to an elective conference to elect their own leaders. And everybody who participates must be a person that owns a vehicle that is on the road, because it doesn't help. I'll sit hours and hours in meetings only to find that I'm sitting with people who are not even in that business. I'm sitting with extortionists. So we need to also clean up the system. I mean, the mothers yesterday were telling us that the Act says people must not belong to many associations, But then now, MEC, these days, you find people in water, you find them in KZN, you find them in Pumalanga, you find, so the system must at some point say, you are a member in Gauteng.